Okay, it's September 20th, 2022, and anticipation of interest rate increase by the Fed. The market took a pretty good hit today. Not surprising. The stock I'm particularly interested in is HanesBrands International, HBI. So the price dropped and set a new 52-week low. So I bought another 100 shares just for the purpose of being able to cover calls. So I sold some $8 calls. So I want to take a little time to look at the where that puts me and why it's great to be selling covered options. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and talk about it a bit. Okay, we'll look at today. So the market was off, and what makes, it's been going down for some time. It wasn't that many months ago that it was up to, the Dow was 33,000, which is a ridiculous figure, highly inflated. So what makes today somewhat notable is that if you look at the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500, everything just went down pretty consistently. Plus the VIX, the fear index, went up quite a bit. So at any rate, it was a notable day. Besides the Fed meeting, I don't know of anything that would have really, and I really don't understand. People knew it was coming. But anyhow, be that as it may, as you can see, HBI finished at 814. I bought 100 shares at 816 and then immediately sold $8 call contracts. So now if you look at the contracts outstanding right now, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. I got 21 contracts covered. A lot of contracts. And as you can see, in the 9 days that covers this transaction set, that works out to be about $206 a day income. Now, and I'm pleased for that. But here's the thing that scares most people to death, and even me, and I've been been selling covered options 15 years. It's a little bit like, you go up a roller coaster and you get to the top and you're about to go down. A lot of excitement, but a lot of fear too, even though you're going to end up at the finish line. So to point that out, looking at my Robinhood account, my liquidation value is down by, roughly 2,800. And you say, wow, that's more than you took in premiums. But I got to point something out. This assumes a liquidation, which means buying to close all of my open contracts. No, I'm not going to do that. I always let my options run until expiration or until they're exercised. So basically, the amount they're factoring in as the amount it would take to close those contracts would be added back into my liquidation value. So I guess another thing I need to point out too is I am using $1,000 of my margin, and that's being charged at a 5% APR. So it's not much, $1 or so a day. And by Friday, I'm going to have enough call contracts exercised, assuming the stock price doesn't drop below $8, that the margin will be erased. If it's not, and all that stock's put on me, then I'm going to have about 2,300 shares of HBI with which I can sell 23 call contracts. So the important thing there to understand is that the number of contracts I can cover is continuing to go up. And therefore I can reasonably expect my revenue stream to increase. And at some point, the market will stabilize, set a bottom. I'd rather it set a bottom than suddenly bounce back. The greatest risk I have as a seller of covered options is that the price of the stocks upon which I've based the contracts jumps up really quick in price. And when I say really quick, I mean within a week, because all my contracts are typically 1 week long. So far, so good. But this is where you separate the believers from the non-believers, I guess. You got to remember, I'm selling short. So I'm basically, I should be making, when it finally stabilizes, what I've made should really become apparent. Okay, I guess that's about covered it. I encourage anyone who has any questions about options to put that into the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them in rather quickly. If you're getting anything out of this, even if you think it's a horror movie, click on subscribe and notify, and you'll be right in there watching it happen. Also, my website link is in the description. With that, you can go back years into my trading activity and see the consistency of the results. So in times like this, when we're seeing the market taking a hit, which is long overdue, by the way, it takes some faith in the overall market process. So look it over. Have questions, give me a holler. No, leave your questions in the comment section. All right, have a good day.